Hello and welcome back to Living the Dream with me, Mackenzie.
And me, Ryan.
Guys, we have a very special guest for you this week and I hope you're ready because it's going to be a whale of the time. So I'm going to pass over to my wonderful co-host to introduce our next special guest.
Yes, our guest this week is an up-and-coming comedian who is sure to be a household name in years to come. Over the last 10 years, she has been a musician, production assistant, assistant director, producer and actor. And now she's becoming a much talked about comic, having come second place in So You Think You're Funny in 2025 and will soon be performing with her fellow winners at this year's Edinburgh Fringe. As well as recently supporting Rialina on her nationwide tour.
Very cool.
She's just completed her first work in progress show at Cambridge Fringe, and we can't wait to find out all the details and what's next for the wonderful Reb Day.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks
Good
for being
stalking,
here.
yeah.
Well,
Good. You got the full.
It's just the beginning.
Yeah.
Really.
Here we go. Interrogation time.
Yeah.
Buckle up.
Where do we want to start?
I think chronological.
Yeah.
So when did you start comedy? When did you get into it?
I started comedy doing stand-up. I started January 2024. So 2 and a bit years ago, which doesn't feel that long.
Yeah.
It doesn't actually.
But I feel like I'm in sort of like, at school, I feel like I'm in like year 9.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You've settled in.
Yeah.
You know the ropes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're not a big dog yet.
But you know you're about to be cool.
Yeah.
Like you're about to go into year 10.
You're on the cusp.
And you're starting to know a few people now. You go out on the scene and you're like, oh, hello.
You're invited places.
Exactly. Yeah. Very year 9 energy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Did you always want to do comedy?
I think so. Which feels like such a wanky answer, doesn't it? It's like, yeah, I just knew. I think I wanted to perform in some way. And then I thought I wanted to be an actor for a very long time. Because I think that's your only, when you're at school, that's your only vehicle into performing really at all. It's either like music or dance or drama. Yeah. So I stuck with drama and then was like, I'm going to be an actor and it's going to be amazing. And then didn't do... Well, I did some short films and sketches and stuff. And it just never really felt quite the right fit. It just felt weird pretending to be someone else. Yeah. Or I was putting too much of myself into characters and that was probably becoming an issue. So I've done a mixture of sort of artsy jobs, I was a production assistant and stuff, and then the pandy happened, and then I went and got a normal job in a primary school because I was so bored. I was to the front lines I go. And then was there for 2 years, and then the head teacher offered me basically for them to sponsor me to do a teaching degree. And my body was like, but I'm meant to be extraordinary.
I'm going to be a star.
Yeah, so I was like, yeah, no, let's actually give this one more shot.
Oh, good.
And then here we are.
And it went well.
It's going pretty well. So it was a good risk to take. Yeah. I'm very pro taking the safety net away because I think sometimes you do need to do that a little bit.
Yeah.
Definitely.
To do it.
Yeah. So, you've done lots of stuff before.
Yeah, I'm tired. Yeah, it's been a long life already.
Yeah. You've done quite a lot of different stuff online as well.
Yeah.
Lots of, like you said, sketches, music. Yeah. You've done some videos with people like Tom Scar, Daniel Layton, Sammy Paul. How did you meet them? How did you get into that?
How did I meet them? How did I meet them? Great question. I was working on a web series for an old friend, just helping out, and Sammy Paul was doing a cameo in it. And I think I just left college and didn't really know what I was doing, and I was working at a pub, and I just said to Sammy, if you ever need an extra pair of hands on set for it, whatever, let me know. And then he actually followed up and was like, come and be a script supervisor. And I was like, I don't know what that is.
Mm-hmm. But I'll do it.
But I'll be there.
Yeah.
Continuity, I'll make it up.
Yeah.
So I went and did that. And then, through Sammy met kind of the sort of Brit. I guess they were the British sketch YouTuber crew. And then just started working with them. being like a runner and art director and stuff, producing. Then the COVID happened. But we're still all friends. And I think all of them were like expecting me to go in this direction. Yeah. And when I told them, they were like, yeah, obviously, which is nice.
Was there ever a point where you were going to sort of keep doing that or do that on your own while
I
doing
think
the
if
comedy?
the pandemic wouldn't have happened, I probably would have carried on producing, I think. Yeah, which is weird to think about.
Do you think that much time by yourself in the pandemic made you really need your own creative outlet, like specifically your own?
Yeah, actually probably. I think I found the pandy really hard. I basically cried and watched Desperate Housewives all day, which is a valid response. I was really envious of the people who kind of like had their creative boom being stuck at home. But I think it's because I worked at home so much, it didn't really feel that much. Obviously it was different, but it didn't feel that much different because like I hadn't had an environment taken away from me. But I tried to do some creative stuff in lockdown. It just didn't really stick. But yeah, people who were like churning out videos and stuff every week, it was just mad.
Take a day off.
Yeah, take a day off.
Yeah.
But yeah, probably did contribute. I think going and working in a primary school helped me kind of figure that out, I guess. Because I wasn't able, I just like, it's so hard. Like, shout out to all the people who work in schools, because my God, it is knackering. And I don't think I could have started comedy whilst still working there, because I just wouldn't have had the resources to do it.
Mind space, yeah.
So I think that helped focus me when I then did start, because I was like, this has to work.
There's nothing else.
There's nothing else. I can't, like, honestly though, I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to do if this doesn't work out, because I've tried all the other things and I get bored so quick. Yeah. And actually, like, this is one of the things in my adult life that I've done for the longest, and it's only been 2.5 years, so I get bored really quick, like normally get the 2-year itch. And have
so the fact it's going well is a positive, really.
Well, that's it. Yeah, maybe it'd be different if I wasn't
if it was
having
really bad.
if it was awful.
Yeah.
So did you do a comedy course to get into it, or did you just write a set and go?
I wrote a set and went.
Love.
Yeah. What did you do? Did you do a course?
Yeah.
Do you think it helped you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
I wonder, because I used to like teach and was performing anyway. I think comedy courses are good for people who've never been on stage before.
Yes.
I think that's really helpful, but that wasn't the bit that I needed to work on, I think, as much, just like being on stage and presenting to people, because I was used to doing that. So no, I did. I just went and was like, I'll just go and do it. Yeah. But I think that's how I've lived. I think that, guys, that's how I've lived.
That
my
is who
whole
you are.
life. I'm just like, let's just go and do it.
Let's see what happens.
Right.
Hope for the best, prepare for the worst.
Literally. Yeah. That's all we can do. No, so I just went and.
Did you go to, where was your first gig? Do you just do an open mic?
Yeah, it was at the Queer Comedy Club. Have you done that one?
No.
Lovely. They do a really nice night.
And had you watched that night a few times before?
No.
I love that.
It was actually like my first ever open mic comedy show.
Oh, what, watching one?
Yeah.
Because they're different.
Yeah. I just was like, I'll just go. It's weird, like I'd never really gone to see comedy.
Do you know what? I'm so glad you say this, actually, because I didn't watch that much comedy before I did it.
Yeah, I think Live at the Apollo was probably my reference point as a teenager, and that was kind of it. But I did always have a weird kind of fascination with comedians. Yeah. But yeah, I'd never gone to like any. I think honestly, the only comedy show that I'd ever been to was Michael McIntyre in 2009 at Wembley Arena, and. What an atmosphere.
That's for me.
Yeah, in the nosebleeds, I was like, that's going to be me. So yeah, it was the first one I ever went to. I performed at,
and it went well.
Yeah, it went all right. It was nice. I think just queer gigs are nicer. It's a nicer vibe, and I think there's a lot of, especially in London, there's a lot of open mic night staples. One that I know you've done that I've never done, because it just sounds scary, and I want to have a nice time and not be shouted at. Maybe I think you know the one I'm talking about.
And, it is, you do run that risk.
Yeah, and I don't want that. I want to have a nice time. So yeah, I didn't really know that it would be a better gig beforehand, because I'd never been to one before. Yeah. But it was a lovely time, and it was in like the Queer Comedy Club used to be an archway and it was underneath a bar, so it had like its own venue, and they've just moved and now got a massive venue, which is really nice. But it was an all right gig. It feels like so long ago now. Like I filmed that set and I watched it back, and it is weird to see the difference, because it's not even that, because I'm still doing some of that material now and I haven't really rewritten it or anything, but I think it's just the confidence and you figuring out who you are.
Yeah.
When you came off stage, was it immediate, like, I want to do it again? Or were you like, oh, I don't know if that's for me?
Good cue. I don't know if I really registered that it had happened.
We're
Because also
so
5 minutes
nervous.
is so quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you just kind of want to say everything that you want to say. And also because I don't really do one-liners or anything. They're all quite like long stories. My focus was like, I need to finish this story in the 5 minutes. It's not like I can be like, oh, I've got 5 one-liners that I can just sack off. So I think I was mostly stressed about that. But I booked in loads in that January. I just had I had a case of the Januaries and was like, yeah, I'm just going to do it. So I think I just got through that one and was like, right, next one, let's just go. Yeah. You just got to go, guys.
Yeah.
You just started
And then
full
was
force.
it just sort of gig or?
Yeah, I think I did. I worked out 2024. I did, considering I also took a month off in that time. I averaged about 2 gigs a week,
Oh, that's
which
really
is
good.
not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
very good.
I think that's good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you immediately find like a community?
Yeah, I think so. Just the queers are great, aren't they?
They're the
are
best.
The best.
Mm.
Yeah, I've got like one of my closest friends is someone that I've met doing this, which is, and it's just, you meet, I don't know, I think you go into your 20s and you're like, I'm going to have all the friends that I'm going to have. Yeah. And then you get to your 30s and there's a whole new crop of people waiting. Yeah.
So I'll see you once I get to 30.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, gone.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I'll find
This
someone better.
podcast is over.
Yeah, it's done. So yeah, I've got like a lovely little group of pals, which is really nice.
What about, let's say, fans or supporters?
What about them?
Did you start seeing people sort of following you on socials and things like that, or?
I think I had a bit of a weird start doing comedy because I had a bit of a following from YouTube stuff. Yeah. So I think that got me booked onto gigs that maybe I wouldn't have got booked onto because they saw my follower count. Yeah. And I get it. It's like, it's give and take, isn't it? Mm-hmm. But I think what was really nice is that obviously YouTube, you can access at any time and watch whenever. And I think a lot of the people who watch me on YouTube enjoyed coming and seeing me live in a different context.
And just you as well.
And just me.
Yeah.
So that's been really nice. And there's been people who I probably met 10 years ago at Summer in the City, who were like coming to my shows, which is, and they're like, you've been a mark on my teenage years, positively.
Yeah.
Which is odd to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I know you've got fans because there's a YouTube playlist on YouTube. I don't know if you know this, and I assume it's not created by you, called Best of Reb Day, and it features videos of you, just videos that you feature
the best
in,
videos
basically.
of you.
Yeah.
Fantastic. I didn't know that.
And there is also a YouTube video called Reb Day being iconic for exactly 4 minutes and 43 seconds.
I'll take that.
Which is from one of the Tom Scar videos. And not to This Is Your Life for you, but I'm going to read some comments.
I love this.
This video is evidence that Reb Day needs to be in more videos.
Hey.
I literally love Reb so much. Such an absolute icon. She really makes me feel like she's a fake adult, and I love that vibe.
Yeah, that is kind of my brand, really.
And I want Reb to ask me about my trauma.
Great, yeah.
So you've got the fans.
Come on. That's what we want, an adult baby.
Yeah.
Just doing the deep chats.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so nice.
Yeah.
Do you think having social media is quite important nowadays, like with modern comedians?
I think I, again, come at it from a weird place where I've already got it a bit. Yeah. So it probably doesn't feel as important to me. Mm-hmm. But I think for new comedians, it probably is. Even just to have like a backlog of your work that isn't a website. Because who's building a website, man? Who's paying for that every year? But yeah, I don't I think I'm privileged in that way that I didn't feel like I had to build that up necessarily because it was already there.
Yeah.
But do you want to keep it? Do you enjoy doing social media stuff?
I think I'd like to get to a place where I just delete it all because it's just so addictive for me. It's such an issue. I just love to scroll. But yeah, I mean, I wish it wasn't so, but it's the same for any art form, isn't it? Yeah. Musicians have to have that kind of, what's the word I'm looking for, profile and, you know, actors and stuff. So I guess it's not that much different. And also, yeah.
And a point of interaction. I feel like that's now what people want, not just to see you on live. They're like, okay, I want to see you live, then see you when you go home. And then comment on you when you go home and you're like, okay.
Yeah. I think I managed to keep it quite separate. I think it used to be a lot more my personal, my Instagram, I suppose. And I've just now been like, no, it's work stuff now, I think. Which has it been helpful to separate for me? Has it been helpful to cut down?
Are you doom scrolling less now?
No, probably more. Annoying. I'm waiting for that magical message to come, but just refreshing the whole time. But yeah, it'd be weird if I said it hadn't helped me. Yeah. I don't think.
Do you want to be a comedian who is very well known?
Yeah. Who doesn't, right? Yeah. But also, like, yes, I do. But also, I think I quite like my niche, which is just mostly bisexual women who are in relationships with men, which is a great niche to have. And there's so many of them.
There's so many.
Just sort of weirdos is my lot. So I think I'd like to be well known amongst the gays.
That's a nice crowd to have.
Exactly.
Yeah. They're a positive crowd.
All I want. But yeah, I think so.
Did you think about that when you were building your persona? Like, this is the audience I want, so this is a joke I was going to tell, or was it more the other way around?
No, I think actually this kind of ties in with the YouTube stuff, but like I think because I kind of had a persona built for me by the people who edited the videos that I was in. Okay. So which was not even a persona because it's just me essentially.
Just cut down into
into like little bite-sized lols. So that was kind of already made for me, and like my persona. It feels even weird to say because it is just me, but with the dial turned up a smidge. So no, I didn't really think. I just wanted it to be authentic to me, and that's attracted the audience it has, I suppose.
Yeah. I think people can see the authenticity as well.
Yes.
Especially nowadays, I think, as well. People can see when people aren't
smell it a mile off.
Yeah.
And I think, for me, it was interesting when I first started and there was a comedy night I used to go to where they would have like 25 acts on in a night. And it was so long. It was chaos.
Some dire nights.
Yeah. But I did go, I need to retract what I said earlier. I did go to a comedy night before I started, but it was bad. So I've blanked it out. But yeah, at these ones where there are like 25 people, you just see a lot of mostly men, and I apologise, guys, but it is you, who are doing what they think a comedian should be doing. And actually the things that stood out to me and the things that I remembered from the 25 people because that is
crazy.
A lot. That's like a full class of children all having a go. Yeah. And the ones that stuck out to me were the ones who like told me about themselves. Yeah. I saw like 15 men and I was like, I don't know anything about you, and how can I relate to you if I don't know anything about you? So I'm just always like, let's be personal.
The first open mic I went to to support Kenny was a lot of men.
Yeah.
They all are.
And like it wasn't clever humour.
Yeah.
Oh.
It was just very basic, very sort of on the surface. But comedy like yours and comedians I like, you're right, are people who kind of mind themselves for the unique stories and that people can relate to. And that's why people make it big.
Yeah. Enjoy it, yeah.
I think people who bend the truth in their comedy I really admire, but I can't do it. And everything I say is true.
Yeah.
Has that ever got you in trouble?
Oh, so much trouble. Mostly with my mother. She's like, why are you telling 100 people about this? And I'm like, because it's so funny. Yeah. But I don't think she minds, really. No. Have I got in trouble? No.
Have you ever said something on stage about someone and then they've gone, not too keen on that, or?
Oh no, I haven't actually.
Okay.
No, I think I play it quite safe in that regard. Yeah.
Good.
Probably,
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't
probably
want to
for
ruin
the
the
best.
friendship.
Yeah. I'm not like, I don't think, because also like a lot of people, especially, well, open mic comedy really, but like a lot of people I feel are using it as a vehicle to say all of the things that they could never actually say.
Yeah.
And I don't find a kick in that.
No. It's like that shock humour, isn't it?
Yeah.
And crude humour.
Or
I'm
if
not
you're going to
fan.
do it, make it funny.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
that,
It's literally the one rule,
it's
people.
not that hard.
No.
You're on So You Think You're Funny,
Yeah.
2025. Runner-up, did
Yeah.
very well.
Thanks.
Can we talk about the journey? How was it?
100%.
How did you find it?
Can you explain for anyone who doesn't know?
Yes,
what
sorry.
that is?
Get in the know, people.
Get in the know. So You Think You're Funny is the UK's biggest newcomer comedy competition. It's been going for, I want to say, I think it's 40 years next year. And basically anyone who's anyone in British comedy has either been in it or has won it or done it. Literally anyone you can think of really who's kind of...
There are big,
I went
big
down the
names.
rabbit hole
Yeah, it's crazy.
and I was like, oh, let's call that person and that person and that person.
Yeah, you start to see names and you're like, oh,
Yeah.
oh.
Well, I wrote a few. I mean,
tell us.
past winners have been Maisie Adams, Aisling Bea, Tom Allen, Peter Kay and Lee Mack, going all the way back. And then runners up, Alan Carr, Greg Davis, John Bishop.
Come on, that's a great group
That's a
to
good
be in,
group to
right?
be in.
And that's
Right.
just a minimal selection of the people you would read and go, oh, I know that person. I know
Yeah,
that person.
and then if you read the list of all the people that have not even like just got to the final or the semis, it is crazy. And it used to be, obviously it's still a massive deal. It used to be televised back in the early noughties, I think on Channel 4. So it's a massive deal. So yeah, you can only apply. There's a certain criteria where you can't have done a certain amount of gigs before a certain amount of time. So it does mean you can really only apply once. Yeah. So I'm not really competition girly. Not my vibe, but I was like, if it's going to be any, this is the one to do. So yeah, I had my heat. So you have, like regional heats. I think they have like 50 heats around the country or something. They start in February, end in late May. I did mine at Backyard Comedy Club, which was very nice. And they don't really vet you before. They don't ask to see a video or anything. So you get a whole host of characters in your heat with you. But actually, in my heat, I think we worked out that our heat, the heat that I was in, was also the one that Joel Walker, who came third, was in. And another finalist, Noni, was in. So we were like, I think we had the most successful
It sounds like
hit
it.
rate.
You had it great.
Yeah, so I did my heat literally like this time last year, actually, and then found out at the end of June. And then I think they narrow it down from 500 to like 56 people, which is a massive
It's a big old
cull. And then, you do semi-finals in Edinburgh, and only one gets through from each semi-final to the final. So for the heats, it can be like, well, if we like 6 people from this one and no one from this one, then that do you know what I mean? It's not a minimum one person per heat, but for the semis, it's one person. So I did that, and then I think my semi, was like the second one out of 10. So then I had a 9-day wait for the final. So I was in Edinburgh just like freaking out.
Yeah.
And then did the final, and at that point, I think I'd reached just sort of radical acceptance. And the vibes, we were like, it was actually a building very similar to this, but it was like a massive uni building. We were hidden away in a conference room, and you just have 10 people who were all so nervous, and you're all sat there for hours. So I just took it upon myself to be the party queen.
Love that.
And like one of the acts had a bottle of tequila. I was like, let's all do a shot. Because I was just like, let's
enjoy it.
Yeah. Yes, it's a competition, but let's just have a nice time.
Did it feel like a competition? Was that like the energy in the room?
Yeah, it was tense, but for hours on end, I was like, I can't sit here in silence.
The butterflies for that long.
Yeah. So I was just making conversation a lot and trying to distract people.
Once you did your set, were you like, that was a good one? I feel strong about that.
I don't think the final was my best.
Okay.
And it's nice to be able to compare it 'cause you get a video of the heat and then a video of the semi and then a video of the final. So you can kind of see the progression. I think I was just so not wanting it to be over, but you just reach a point where it's like you've just got it. It's got to happen.
Yeah, the
Got
nerves
to
have come
do
too
it.
far.
Yeah. And it was a big crowd. It was probably like 300 people, and a lot of it was press and industry, who aren't big laughers.
Yeah.
So it
Not the
didn't.
nicest.
Yeah, it didn't feel like my best one, but I had a nice time.
And you came second.
And I came second.
You did
very well.
Do you know what I mean?
that.
But yeah,
They clearly liked you.
they clearly liked me. But it was a nice little group, and we've all kind of weirdly bonded.
Did you feel any? I was going to say remorse, but that feels overdrive. But that you didn't win, or were you very happy?
No.
Second?
I think it was. I went up to Edinburgh and was like, I just want to get to the final.
Yeah.
That's all I would like out of this. And I'm not particularly competitive, but I was like, to get to the final,
It's really good.
yeah, that's
it's
great. And then I came off and was like, I don't think I'm going to get top three. Top three would be dreamy, but I'm happy with final. But I was like, maybe. And then I came off and was like, I don't think it's going to happen. And then, you don't get to see everyone else,
Oh, really?
okay.
which I think is a shame.
That is a shame.
'Cause you don't
Not even
really
like on
know.
a screen in the...
No.
Wow. You just go back to that room with the same 10 people.
Yeah,
All being miserable.
and just wait for everyone to be done, and then the deliberation, and then all of that. So you don't get any like closure, I expect, which I, in a way, is good because I don't think comparison is helpful. But it is weird to be like, oh, I've won, I've come second over these people, and I don't really know
What? Yeah.
how
Why?
I deserve it in a
Yeah.
way, even though people have said that I do. And can comedy be judged anyway? I mean, that's a whole other thing, isn't it? But no, I didn't think I was going to place after I came off. So to get second, I was like, sick.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
Yeah, it's
Come
brilliant.
on.
And then you look at that list of previous runners
Right.
up. Who cares?
You're happy in that.
Cares?
Definitely.
Who cares? Yeah.
And because from your first 5 that you do for the So You Think You're Funny, the first round,
Yes.
to the last, it's quite a gap, isn't there?
In time.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you
May
do
to
the same
August.
5 minutes, right?
7.
7, sorry.
Yeah. It has to be the same.
And so did you find that weird? Were you wanting to change something, or were you just really confident with that 7 minutes? What had you been doing?
I think I'd done a smidge of editing, tiny. But I think it was mostly the same. I mean, I'm literally wearing all of the exact same clothes as well, because I get really, not superstitious, but I'm like, if I'm wearing the same thing, then nothing can go wrong.
Yeah.
And I was actually wearing a necklace on the heat that I then lost or broke. I was like, what am I going to do? I was like, where are you? But then when I was up in Edinburgh before my semi-final, there was like a craft market on, and there was a woman who literally made pretty much the exact same necklace. And I was like, well, we'll buy that, and then it'll be complete and it'll be fine.
Yeah, it'll be back as it was.
But yeah, no, I don't think that much changed really. I think you could tell in the final, like, I'm holding quite a lot of nervous energy. I'm also a yomper. I cannot, people who can stand still and do a set, I don't know how they do it. I'm like, and it's worse in massive theatres as well, because I'm going for like miles. And my Apple Watch is like, you're working out. And I'm like, I'm just speaking and running around. But yeah, I was holding on to like quite a lot of nervous energy, I think. Because they're also, I think, quite strict on the time in the final. So I was like, we've just got to get through it.
Get it.
Yeah.
When obviously you came second, you ranked very highly. Yeah. Is there pressure to then keep that momentum going post Fringe? Booking gigs, booking shows? Or...
I think it's there's probably definitely less pressure on me than there is for whoever comes first. Yeah. And I think there's maybe there's a bigger expectation for them, whoever comes first. I think what did I do after Edinburgh? I guess, well, I went and did tour support, so I kind of was just like I had a September kind of off, and then went and did tour. So I kind of got swept away in that. But really, it's just about clout. It's just a thing that you can say.
Yeah.
Right?
But it's a great thing to say.
It's a great thing to say. But I think talking to all of the other finalists and like the top 3 especially, there is a kind of weird drop-off where you're like, wow, I've won this big thing. And then it's like, and what happens?
And now
Now?
what? How?
We just go on about our lives.
Do you think that's a Fringe thing? That after Edinburgh Fringe that happens
Yeah,
to
I
everyone?
think, yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it is just such a mad bubble that you're in. And then also everyone comes home from that and it's just knackered.
Yeah.
So September's always a bit weird. But no, I don't think, I didn't feel any pressure anyway. I don't know about other people necessarily. But I was like,
Are you back there this year?
and I'm back there this year for the
Very
whole month. Oh
exciting.
have you guys ever been?
No.
No.
No, we are
Are you going
desperate.
to come up? You should come
At some
up.
point,
But we really want to.
It's so expensive.
Yeah.
It is
That is it, isn't it?
ridiculous.
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
Just to stay somewhere.
Yeah, I know. It is mad. It's like a small mortgage.
It really is.
But yeah, I'm going up for the month. I did 9 days last year to like encompass my semi-final and the final, and I just got too excited. I was just boozing pretty much the whole time and eating bread.
To be expected.
Yeah. So I'm going to have to be more sensible, I think.
to
So
pace yourself through the
So
month.
you're doing a show with the winner and the other runner-up, is that right?
So I'm doing it with Rachel Porter, who was a finalist. I was going to say just a finalist, which is
She's
so
a
rude.
Wow.
Miss Congeniality, it was Rachel Porter, I'd say. She brought the tequila. And so, yeah, it'll be me, Rachel, and then Joel Walker, who came third. And we're doing the Best of Say You Think You're Funny show, which is 20 minutes a day.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Dream.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
That's every day
Every day.
of the whole Fringe.
The whole. Yeah.
And how has it been building from your 7 to your 20?
Such good cue. I think actually like going and doing tour support was really helpful for that because I had 20 minutes. So
You had 20 on tour?
Yeah. So I was kind of writing it as I was doing the tour, which was nice. And the comedian I was opening for, Rialina, she was quite happy for me to like play around. So I don't actually, for the whole like 20 to 25 dates that I don't think I did the same set twice because I was like, let's just use this time. So I was writing stuff in the week and then trying it out, which was nice. But because I've just written an hour show, I'm now going to have to pick what's going to be in it in the 20.
Now you've got to whittle it down instead of... It's quite a nice problem to have.
It's a nice problem to have. And we're allowed to kind of play around and do different stuff, I think, over the month. Because otherwise, doing the same story 30 times in a row, I think I'll go insane.
It'll lose its spark.
It's a little bit of something.
Yeah. Are you like all doing it in a certain order? Or are you changing it every night?
We've established an order based on vibe. Joe is he is very dry and very understated, and we can't have him opening the show. And because of the nature of Rachel's comedy, which is quite props heavy, we need to put her at the end of the show.
Okay,
So
you're
I'm
going
opening.
first. Yeah.
But that makes sense because you've got a lot of energy.
Yeah, you got a good vibe.
Yeah.
going,
Around a lot. That's
Yeah.
like getting...
And I don't really ever MC or I never talk to the audience. I don't. I want to be the person that people can come to for a show where they know they're not going to be spoken to.
Okay.
But I do
You're like,
need
this
to
is
like,
my time.
Yeah.
I've got mine.
Who's got the mic?
Yeah, not you.
Listening is.
That's from
But
primary school.
it stays with
Watch
you.
me.
Yeah. But what was I saying? Yes. But so I don't really MC or do crowd work, but I'm going to try and use that time to do that in a kind of risk-free environment.
Do it on the first night if it don't work.
Exactly. And only when I'm opening the show, really. But I think we are going to play around with it. But there's not much swapping we can do. We've figured out because Joel is so dry, the driest boy I've ever met. But I think it'll be fun. It'll be nice. Yeah.
And so tour support,
Yeah.
how was that? What was your daily what was the routine?
Tour support was great in that I got to play some massive theatres and venues that were really cool and go up and down the country. That was great. The physical act of driving up and down the country for me was full on.
Yeah, not quite so.
Yeah, and it's a long day. Like if you're leaving to drive somewhere at like midday, and then you eat and then you go on stage and then you wait and then you I was probably getting home most days at like 3 a.m, sometimes
That's
4,
rough.
depending
Yeah.
on
Would you stick around for the whole show? Or?
Yes, because I was also running the merch table,
Right.
playing shops every
Yeah.
day.
That's really cool.
Yeah, but it was a lot, but great. It was fab, and the time all the audiences were lovely, and it was really nice seeing. I don't know. It was a good like bunch of data to have doing the similar sets like in the north, very north, or like down on the coast or in Wales or whatever. So that was really helpful for me, I think, and helped with my writing that I was doing. But yeah, it was a weird time, and I always thought like people who tour for their jobs are a little bit wanky when they're like, oh, it's just I can't remember what this theatre was like because I'm just always on tour. And now I'm like, Canterbury, I don't know her, and I was there. But yeah, some of the venues were great, and it was nice to do it with Ria, and like she was a great mentor and like gave me loads of valuable advice and stuff.
How did you get that opportunity?
We did a gig together that I think you've done Commoners,
Yes.
but not the Saffron Walden one.
No.
Great vibes.
if you
It's in
guys
a
wanna
lobby
put
of a school. Love it. Yes, get
If you want to
Kenny
put me
on
on there,
guys.
please do.
Love them.
I love that.
The best. But yeah, we did a gig together, and she just liked one of my jokes, and then put a call out for a tour support like 2 months later, and I was like, hello, you like one of my jokes, and I drive a car, so I can come with you. And then
I'm really good at selling that.
Yeah, I'm so good at doing shops and stuff. And then I was only meant to do October, and then for some reason I got booked to do January to March, which was great, and we had a lovely time.
Yeah.
How do you find the audience differ? Because I've not really done up north. Are the audiences quite different? Like a different humour?
I think a like tour audience is very different because it's people with
Their fans.
yeah, and people with money who can go out of an evening, So I think because Ria does a lot of stuff on like Radio 4 and about like tech and science and things, there's a certain audience that she attracts. And then I come on stage like, bleh, and they didn't know they were getting a tour support, which was interesting.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So they thought that Ria would just come on at the start. So then I'd come on and be like, da-da. I'm like, get on board, guys, come on. I think my favourite crowd was in Cardiff because they were just like so noisy. I don't know, just people from the north are nice. They're just nicer though, aren't they? They're up for a laugh. But it was more, what was helpful was like the references that they get. Okay. Or like what you can feel sometimes when they're becoming a bit unsure about what you're saying, and that was quite interesting. And talking a lot about being queer in some places was confusing for people, because obviously I talk a lot about being married to a man but being bisexual, and they're like, well, why do we care then? Yeah. But yeah, it was a mad time, and I think it's not to be sniffed at. It is like hardcore, especially if you're doing the driving.
Yeah.
But do you want to do your own tour?
Oh my God, I'd love to. I'd love to. That'd be so lush. Yeah, and that is the nice thing actually about doing tour support, is that you kind of do establish a mini little audience who know who you are.
All over the country.
Yeah. So like, I'm going to be doing a show in Manchester in October, and I'm like, okay, I know that there's people there who will come, and that's really helpful. But yeah, it was quite the way to start this year. Every weekend, like driving and going, and then like working a day job, and then doing my own gigs that have been in the diary forever. So I think I maybe would have structured it a little bit differently, but I still had a great time. Yeah.
And now you're doing your own work in progress shows.
Yeah.
As well.
I know.
Was that something in the works for a while, or sort of before like the competition and things, or is that spun off after?
Yeah, kind of. I was thinking about, I was thinking about what I was going to do this Edinburgh, and I kind of had the choice whether to debut and do an hour or to do best of, and I didn't want to debut this year. But I wanted to get a jump start for next year. So I've started doing whips now because I know how my brain works, and the more time I have, that is helpful. And I love the people who run Cambridge Fringe. And I was like, I'm just going to do it. It'll be nice. And it was nice. It was on Sunday. It was so hot. There was no aircon in my room. It was so the room was, I sold out last minute, which was lovely.
Oh, that's amazing.
Great. Yeah. But it was so hot. I was telling quite an important bit of trauma to the show, and I could like feel sweat running from my scalp down the back of my boiler suit, and then like settling in the seam of my pants, and having to just be normal and like.
Because people might not know this, but the lights.
They're so hot.
Yeah.
And I was wearing like full denim, basically this, but with sleeves. I only wear big baby clothes. I'm an adult baby. But yeah, it was so hot, and for an hour, it was full on. But it was really fun, wasn't it? It was so nice. And yeah, I took a kind of like, I was going to say temperature of the room, but like I collected, hot. It was just boiling. I took like data from the room of like who here has come to see me who's come to see the show because they know me, who's come because they're related to me or my friend, and who's come just to get out of the heat and kind of take a punt on a show. And it was the majority of people like, we don't know who you are. But the laughs were so good that I was like, okay, this is fine, this can work. But I found the run up. I booked it in like January and went, I've got 4 months. Yeah. I can chill. And then it got to sort of the end of April, and I was like, I've got 3 weeks. This is so fine. Yeah. And then last week I was like, I hate myself. This is why I've given myself a whole year extra to do it. I just hate writing.
How was remembering an hour?
I took notes up.
Okay, good. Yeah.
It's a work in progress. Yeah. And there were some bits that like, because I was really stressing about it, and my partner said like, it's just think of it like an exam, but like it's not actually an exam, but you know, like which is helpful. But like you kind of like you revise for like 90% of it, and then you're probably going to like get into the exam and you're going to know all the first bits, and then you're going to get to the end and you'll make up the end, because we all make up the end of the essay question in an exam. And I was like, so wise. So like I'd say it was probably like 90% finished, but I just had to go up and figure it out on stage, which is terrifying. Yeah. But you just kind of be like, oh, we'll figure this out.
Is this okay?
Yeah, literally, it's me being like, I don't know what the point to this bit is, but there is one.
There should be we'll find it. Punchline.
I recently saw Mickey Flanagan on one of his work in progress shows, and he was doing the exact same. Yeah. And that's someone who's been in the business for 20 years or so.
It's the only way you can do it.
He's literally doing jokes and then turning to the audience going,
yeah. Not that one.
Which feels humiliating. Yeah. But it is, and I think it is the worst bit about comedy, is like the only way you can test it is to do it.
You can't.
And that's so scary. Mm-hmm. Because even like even the slightest thing, like changing how you stress one syllable in a word, can change the whole thing. Mm-hmm. And you have to figure that out on stage, and it's awful.
Bit by bit by bit.
Yeah.
Were there jokes while you were performing that you thought, I'm not going to do this joke, or did you?
I started going into a theory that I have about the fact that like Catholicism is a gateway to becoming queer, right. because it's just so fabulous. It's Catholics are camp as fuck.
They are.
And I started saying that and then was like, is this blasphemous? But I think also because it was so hot, I just kept talking. And then I was like, you'll never hear this again. But you just, you've just, and that was it. That's like, this is what this is meant to be. So whether that will stay, I don't know. I hope so. But there's definitely, I had it's a whole thing, a whole presentation.
The whole show around
I
that.
know, right? But yeah, there's like, I haven't watched it back yet, and I'm dreading doing so. But I'm sure there's stuff in there. There'll be stuff in there that works way better than I thought it would, because there always is. Or
and maybe more than you remember as well.
This is it, and you can. I don't know if you find this as well, but like as soon as I come off and people are like, "How was it?" I'm like, "Oh no, I wasn't here.
I wasn't watching it. Was
I
was up there doing something.
Yeah,
I couldn't tell you.
Busy. There'll always be stuff that works better than you think it will, or like an offhand comment or something, or like an ad lib or something. And
that
then you're
works
like,
better. You're like, okay.
And then there's always stuff that you're like, I thought this was the funniest thing I've ever written. And everyone's like, I don't get it. And I'm like,
you've got to give it a few times because you're like, no, but I really do like it. And everyone's like,
oh yeah, I've got a joke that I think I've done, I want to say easily like 120 times at this point, and no one enjoys it apart from me.
I think just keep at least one in there for you.
It's got to be fun for me.
Funny.
Yeah.
So you said you don't like writing.
Oh no.
Why and what is your writing process?
Got ADHD. Represent. Which means sitting in front of a laptop for me for hours is just hellish. As I think it is for most people. I'm very jealous of. I've got a lot of like friends who are like long form writers, not of comedy. And you get this. And I'm just so jealous of people who can get into a flow. Be like, I'm going to go write 1,000 words for a bit. And then they're just like, and I don't think you can do that with comedy very well, I think. I'm pro short, sharp bursts. Last week, I took the week off work to write and mostly just write for like an hour a day. Yeah. Because if you just if you just pour over it, nothing good comes. And I've learned that I can't be... It's weird because it feels like writing should be sitting in front of your laptop and just kind of like Carrie Bradshawing it, right? But
you got to make sure you have your drink.
This is it, right?
Listen to the right music.
Everything up. Yeah. Optimal temperature.
Yeah.
And then you go down a YouTube rabbit hole and you can't get out.
Literally, I'm just stalking all the people I went to school with. Yeah. And then I'm like, this was inspiration for the show.
There was something funny in it.
Yeah. Something out of it.
Yeah. But weirdly, I know this is what's frustrating about my brain is that I know the way that it works best, which is to walk around the room, saying it out loud, then we write it, and then we just keep doing that. But for some reason, my brain is like, so much effort to just stand in your living room and talk out loud when you could just sit in front of your laptop. So it's that constant negotiation with myself.
Please let me write this.
Yeah.
No, I can't be bothered.
Yeah. But I'm trying to get better at... Because I used to script sets heavily. Like every word would be scripted. And I've really I've loosened up a bit, I'd say. And I'm like trying to do more kind of like new material nights with just bullet points and being like...
Do you think that was a confidence thing?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's a control thing as well, is if you know exactly what you're saying and you've signed off on it, then nothing can go wrong and no one can hate you. And now I'm just like, I mean, you saw me at the gig we met at where I just had a go. There was a couple making out in the front row for the entire show.
Yeah, they were really brilliant.
Were they making out during your set?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I just got up on stage like, I'm not having that. Yeah. Listen to me.
I'm glad you. Also, I was like, I'm talking about plumbing. This can't be.
Yeah, why is this working for you?
I was like, we've had a gay suicidal man. Like, what is my best friend Jack Henry, and I love him so much, but like, you are mentally ill. But he came up and was like, they were really just like, and not even just making out. I think heavy petting. And I think, even a year ago, probably I wouldn't have called it out. I would have just ignored it. But now, also, I think it was probably just like the vibe of being a headliner. I was like, no.
Yeah, not my show.
I've seen this one.
Kissy mouths off, listening ears on. But yeah, I think it is just confidence and like figuring out I think my persona's not changed, but I think how I view myself as my persona has changed. Okay. And I did actually, to be fair, I didn't do a comedy course to start, but I did do one after about a year of doing comedy, which was essentially basically trying to find out who you are and how, like, what to write about. And I did find that really helpful. And I think that's just empowered me to be sillier. I don't know. I think when I started, I took it almost too seriously because I think I'd thrown the safety net out and was like, I need this to work. So I was like quite, not stern, but I was just like not particularly fun on stage when I started. And now I'm just a big goof.
Yeah,
which is nice.
It's working.
It's working, I think.
Yeah.
Adult baby.
Well, exactly.
Come on.
It's working for someone somewhere.
Is that going to be the title?
It should be, shouldn't
It
it?
really should.
Oh, it should.
And I think you in baby clothes and like a baby room, but it's giant. So
like the Pixar experience.
Yeah.
We have the big letter blocks spelling your name.
Oh, that would be
Got such a
cute.
short name, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Okay, great. I'll take it back to my
Yeah, I
team.
like that.
Yeah. Which is me.
Me and the other brain.
Me
What
and
do we
me.
think?
Yeah, we'll speak.
Yeah.
Let's go back a little bit really quickly to your musical debut.
Oh, yeah.
You released a song in 2018 called A Very Musical Meltdown.
Banger.
Why?
Such a good question. So I originally...
And also, sorry, it's still out there.
It's
The
still
video's
out
You
there.
should go and
It's on
see it.
Spotify.
It is.
It's everywhere, and was it over 1 million recently, or over 1 million?
Over 1 million
streams?
plays.
Yeah.
Why did I do that? There was a time in my life where I thought I was going to be some sort of like indie musician, and I was going to be a pop star or something. And that was actually the kind of like the toss up after I quit my primary school job. I was like, okay, I've got there's a music background. There's a comedy-ish music background. We could do that, or we'll just do stand-up. But I made that song because when I was trying to be an actor, I had an audition and I didn't get it, and I reacted extremely normally, which was to write a song about it. Because it was just honestly something to make. Yeah. I was just working in a pub at the time and wanted to just I was like, let's just make a song and a music video. And I had like all this production experience and stuff. So I just made it for like 2p, and then it blew up. And everyone
really blew up.
Really blew up.
Yeah.
And that was 8 years ago. And everyone's like, when's new music coming? I'm like, I've moved on.
Yeah.
I'm actually doing stand-up now,
Well,
but you can come to that.
On the video, I mean, so it's 8 years ago.
Yeah.
Sorry to say, but it was. But comments are full of praise.
That's nice.
People were calling it an anthem.
Yeah,
and
it
people
was.
really
It is a
resonated with
banger.
it.
People did love it.
Yeah.
It still comes up in people's like top 5 on Spotify.
And over 8 years, like people are still finding it,
bizarre.
rediscovering it.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah.
And
I think because it's so relatable.
I think so. And it was just like, I just was angry at being like 22 and like, I was like, why am I not doing all the things, and why do I have no money?
There's quite a few people who found it during the pandemic.
Yeah, which I found
as
interesting.
well.
Because it was 2 years after. I don't know, it must have just got caught up in the algorithm. Who knows how it works? Yeah. But yeah, I think there was potentially a timeline where I would have just carried on making like comedy-ish pop songs. I think like Bo Burnham was a big influence for me in my early 20s. But there was plan to do like a follow-up single or whatever, and I just like didn't feel it. Couldn't like justify it to myself. And there's also like the difficult second album pressure. And I think because Meltdown had done so well, I was like, why don't we just quit while we're high and loving it?
Why not musical comedy then?
Still early days. I mean, you can bring it back.
Or do you not like it?
I'm not really. No.
You can say it.
I'm not. There are musical comedians that I like.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
I don't know if we all need to be doing it. right?
Yeah, I see
And
what
I
you
think
mean.
it has to be really good for it to be good. But the line is so thin and it can so easily be bad.
And sometimes I do think, though, it would be nice just to because I feel like musical comedy, you're going to get more of a clap. You're going to get more because,
Showing off more.
it's clearer
Yeah.
where the end is.
Also, that is so helpful.
You tell a bad joke, you go, anyway.
Mm.
You do what I mean?
Yeah, I felt you
But
doing that,
Yeah, I've been there.
Yeah, it was really good, really good.
You strum that guitar and it's like, oh, they've finished.
Yeah.
Sometimes I want that.
I think also it's sometimes a nice gear change for the crowd as well, because I totally get it after you've seen 5 people chatting about mostly the same topics, dating, family, the other ones. It is a nice gear shift to be like, oh, a bit of music now.
Oh, yeah, that's
I
a
can
bit
just
fun.
sort of listen for a bit. And there are musical comedians, and I very much respect what they do. Yeah. I think for me, making Meltdown and producing that took probably over 2 years. I think I wrote it when I was 21 and it came out when I was 23. And it had been a long time, and I get bored. It's a wonder it came out, because I honestly think by that time I was like, oh, it's so I've chased it and I've done it. And so what I like about comedy is that it is instant.
This is one thing we say a lot, is that obviously in comedy you get instant gratification. That's what I need. But with writing, you're just writing.
Yeah.
And
you have people read it and get feedback, but it's not instant.
And it's you don't see that reward.
No.
Yeah.
And I'm the same, too impatient for that. I want I want
It's
visible
great.
clap.
It's great having a podcast.
Yeah,
I'll tell you
totally. Yeah. Oh,
That's why
God,
I started
it
it.
must be constant.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Yeah, it is, because you can. I mean, people will write sets 5 minutes before they go on. They'll be like, "Well, here's a thought," which I'm like, "That's nice, isn't it?" Yeah. Lovely. I'm lazy, is what I'm finding out. I can't be asked for anything. Just let me chat. Yeah. No, I don't. Will I go back to music? No, I don't know.
Would you
I
write
hope
for other
so.
people?
I have done. I've done some I've worked on pitches for kids' TV shows and stuff that were quite song based, and it's nice writing to a brief sometimes. Yeah. And yeah, I did roast battle recently, which was awful, and I hated every minute. But it was nice. It was a good writing exercise to write about a specific person, and that was quite nice about doing that. But yeah, I don't know. I think it was a big era. It was the whole of my teens. I was going to be I'm going to be the British Taylor Swift. Yeah. And then I released that and I was like, I've done it.
Yeah, I did well.
Yeah. And it's also so much you need to learn. Yeah. I was like, I don't want to learn how to produce music and mix it and master it and
Don't care that much.
No. Yeah, a little. I was like, I could just, not do it.
I could just go and talk on stage.
Yeah. And it's weird watching it. I haven't watched it in a long time, but I looked at a clip of it recently for something, and I was like, I don't even register that it's me, which is so odd. Yeah, even though it wasn't that long ago. But the 20 to 30, I mean, I'm 31, but it's such a massive shift. I don't even dress this. It's bizarre. It's so weird. So it's a nice little timepiece.
It is.
It's nice to
nice
still
to
get the
always
love
have
from
that.
it as
And
well.
it's not, yeah, I think if people didn't like it so much, I probably would have hidden
Deleted
that
it.
shit
Yeah,
ages ago.
yeah.
But I don't want to deal with the backlash if I delete it.
No.
Leave it up to people to enjoy.
Yeah, people need
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So you're doing the work in progress now,
Yeah.
and then the goal is Edinburgh next year.
The goal is to debut in Edinburgh next year, yeah. Haven't really thought that far
No, I mean,
ahead.
it's not even a year.
No.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm starting to write it now, and I've got the basic shape.
Very
And then-
exciting.
And then what?
You tell me. I'm really only operating a week at a time.
Do you have a big dream? Do you see the big dream? Do you want to be selling out arenas?
Do you see Live Apollo?
I don't. Do you know what? I'd love to be on telly, and we were saying earlier that telly is dying.
But I really can see you on Taskmaster, I have to say.
This is what everyone says.
I
and
Yeah, your
think
personality suit that.
comedy television, whether it's comedy drama, or things like Taskmaster or panel shows. That's what keeps TV alive, especially in this country, I think. But yeah, you'd be great on Taskmaster.
I'd love to be on. I think I would retire after. I'd go on Taskmaster, but again, I've done it. I've done it.
I would do Taskmaster, do another tour out of it, and then retire.
Perfect. Yeah, great idea.
And then move to another creative art.
Yeah. Just been an interpretive dance. Yeah, finally. Big oil paintings. I don't know. I don't know. I've never really been a goal orientated person particularly. I respect a mood board, and I've sort of got a mini mood board in my mind, I suppose, but I'm honestly just trying to get through the day. And just sort of saying yes to pretty much everything.
That's why she's here.
That's what I'm here.
We're really grateful.
Yeah, we really are.
But no, I think I would just like to be doing what comedians do. I'd like my hour to go well. I'd love to do a tour, maybe a bit of telly. Yeah.
It's a nice life.
Yeah, just kind of pootling along. And I'm not an arena girly. I can't see this for me. But we never know.
You wouldn't turn it down, though.
Yeah, of course.
We wouldn't turn it down.
You too. No, thank you.
I'm a bit busy that night.
Yeah, sorry. But yeah, I don't really want to operate in that way. I think also I don't want to be disappointed.
That's probably healthy.
Yeah. I'm just like, let's just say yes to the things that are in front of us.
Yeah.
And it's doing well so far.
Yeah.
You've got exciting things coming up.
This is it. And maybe if you say yes enough times, it will get you to where you want to be.
Yeah.
Who knows? And it changes all the time, doesn't it? Maybe I'll be sick of this in like 2 weeks.
Go back to music.
Yeah, literally anything else.
Okay, well, before we wrap up, we always ask our guests one final question.
Oh my God, okay.
Are you living the dream?
Do you know what? I think I am living the dream, guys. I am. I was saying this to my partner the other day. The feeling, I've done so many mad different things, and I didn't go to uni the same as you guys, so I feel like I got extra weird job time in.
Yes. Lifetime.
Yeah, you do.
Yep.
And I've been a zombie at a fright night. I've been like, I produced adverts for strange corporations. I've done like so much weird shit that I never felt happy with. And I came off stage on Sunday and was like, oh, this is the proudest I've been of myself my whole life.
That's really nice.
Which is great. So I think I am living the dream, guys.
Oh, well, that's great.
Are you guys living the dream?
I think so.
No.
I'm going to end it there.
It's going to be a new podcast host and it's me. Thank you so much, guys. This has been lush.
Thank you so much. Here. It's been so fun having you here. It's been great to talk to you.
Pleasure.
Maybe we'll get you back just before your little Edinburgh show next year, maybe.
Do that.
Yeah.
We could
and
do it
if you need
tour
support.
Yeah.
Little Kenny Pike over here. Yeah. Come on.
And I'll be there.
Yeah.
I'll be there.
He'll be on the merch stand.
Merch stand. Yeah. I'm good in retail.
You are good in retail.
I don't drive.
Okay.
I'll drive him up.
I'll book the tickets.
Yeah, nice. You can kind of chaperone.
I'll do admin. I'm really good at admin.
Yeah,
as you can tell.
You're going to be busy now.
Yeah.
Great job.
We'll see you in a year, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah.
We'll be back.
Yeah.
Well, thanks so much, guys, and stay living the dream.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.